Hi folks, this is Crypto, and I am the Crypto Prince, Will. I would like to say at first that I am not a financial advisor, so don't take this as financial advice. It's another beautiful day here in Hawaii. The crypto market is looking good today, all in the green, and Pump October is here. We're here, baby. We are starting to live the dream. If this is your first time and you haven't really bought crypto before, I'd be very careful on what you buy and how much you buy. There's a lot of people that spread themselves out too thin. This year I spread myself out really thin to this year. I bought a lot of altcoins and meme coins and everything, which I will be cutting back on after this bull run. And keeping my favorites. You can see that in my other videos on my favorites. I'm going to be keeping, I know for sure, is XRP, Solana, HBAR, Dogecoin, and Chainlink. I'm going to keep Chainlink too, But my best advice to you is to check into the projects, Try to see what you could find on everything, and limit how many different coins you purchase, And it all depends on your budget, It all depends on how much you've saved, how much you're willing to risk, and, there's a lot of factors to that, The market's up today because they took out a lot of shorts, the market makers, they did their thing, The crypto market is pretty easy to figure out, I still go in, check out all that analyst stuff, and like I said before, I don't believe in all that cup and handle and all that other crap. For me, I look at where all the leverage trades are, That's what I look at. I see where the heavy bets are placed, and I could pretty much judge where the market's gonna go because I'm always checking out Bitcoin. I only own a little Bitcoin. It's always good to own some Bitcoin, I do believe that, because when Bitcoin goes up, we all go up, If you're a more riskier investor and you're in the low cap memes, like the Shiba Inu and I'm in the bunk because I believe bunk will 2 to 3x from here. I'm not expecting 10x's and stuff like that. That's just nonsense. There's very few memes that will do that. Out of hundreds of little cap meme coins, how are you gonna pick that one that is gonna 10x or 20x or whatever? It's like going into Vegas and, putting your hands on the slot machine and that's just the way it is, Once in a while you might hit, but you have to stretch yourself out so thin to get there, and I don't advise that for anybody, to stretch yourself out, to buy in a whole bunch of meme coins and, even altcoins, spreading yourself thin like that, My advice if you're first starting out is pick 2 or 3, or like I said, it depends on your budget. If you can do 5 different ones, that's perfect. That's a perfect start, I have altcoins that I bought into years ago, and, and I've never touched them, I've never spent them, I bought other stuff, and I made profit, so that's how I was able to, not touch my other, altcoins. So, if that's what you want to do and you want to start stacking for the future, you know, just don't invest heavy this year, you know. Wait till the bear market comes and, you know, and then buy everything cheaper and start stockpiling for the next 4 or 5 years, you know. So that is like my best advice I can give you, you know, on that. Because I do care if you make it, you know, I do very much care if you make it, you know. In my other videos, you can check out the other coins that I've bought and stuff, and you'll see, you know, how I pushed myself out too thin this year. But I did that for a reason, because I don't want to touch my favorites, and that's it. That's plain and simple, you know. So I hope you all do well this year, and you know, and I hope you make it. And if you do end up selling them all this year, you know, I mean, this could go on October, November, December, even possibly January, especially if you're picking the altcoins that are getting the ETFs, you know, because I do believe in the 4-year cycle. I do believe in super cycles, you know. I do believe anything can happen, you know. So, y'all have a... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Here's the wife. She made her favorite pasta salad today, you know, and I love that pasta salad. So I'm going to go eat, and I'll check you out again. So send all my love here from Hawaii. Ciao now. Aloha.